there's one conspiracy I do believe in, and I think that there are people in government who appreciate that we don't understand how it works. And the reason I think that is because we used to teach government and civics a lot in our public schools. From 1945 to 1960, it was very common to have multiple years of government, civics, US history, foundations of democracy. And what happened after all of that? Well, you started to see people get really involved in making change. The Civil Rights Movement, which led to the Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act. The Vietnam War protests, which led to voting rights protections for people 18 and up. You saw 4 constitutional amendments in a 10-year period. Between 1961 and 1971, you saw the 23rd, which gave voting rights to people for president from DC, abolishing poll taxes, a tax some people had to pay in order to vote. We made that illegal. The 25th Amendment, which fixed bugs in our Constitution around presidential and vice presidential vacancies, and that 26th Amendment, which gave voting rights protections to people 18 and up. And after that, in the 70s and later, we started to see these classes about civics and government disappear from our schools. You can say it was intentional, you could say it's not, but I think people in power quietly appreciated that we stopped teaching government and civics as much. And in the last 20, 25 years, we've seen an acceleration of these classes disappearing thanks to laws like No Child Left Behind and Common Core and Every Student Succeeds, and that might have been an accidental byproduct, but still the result is the same, and I think some people quietly appreciate, who are in power, that we can't hold them as accountable. So that is what I'm using this account for. If you want to learn more about how government works, follow this account because I'm going to give you the information you may have forgotten about in school or never learned.